People like to go on and on about how the world is becoming less religious, which in one really narrow sense is true, I guess. Church attendance is down, especially among young people, to something like 27%. And more people, 35% of young Americans, now say they have no religious affiliation whatsoever. But here's the thing. Church attendance and labels aside, human beings will always be religious. Always. I am, you are, everybody is. Everyone has some ideal they're striving for. Let's call it heaven, shall we? And everyone has some outcome, some hell they're trying to avoid. And everyone has some means by which they're seeking to arrive at heaven and avoid their hell. They're putting their faith, their hope, their trust in some process or person or worldview with the belief that if they just try hard enough, believe deeply enough, then they will be saved. And that, my friends, is religion. It may not happen in a church or in a pew, but it's religion. It totally is. I mean, what do you think is happening when the 17-year-old girl devours the covers of Cosmo and follows the Snapchat story of every airbrushed celebrity? That's religion. Why is it that a man with a great wife and some cute kids will choose to check his phone at the dinner table rather than be present with the people he claims to love? Don't look at me. I gotta take this. Hold on. Yeah, no, I'm not busy. Nope, not at all. Why is it that your sister is jumping from relationship to relationship, thinking each one is the one, only to have her heart broken again and again? It's religion. It's because we are religious beings. It's because we all identify a hell, we long for a heaven, put our hope in some kind of functional savior, be it the right diet, the better clothes, the long hours, particular policies, or the perfect mate. Now, if all of that is true, then the question we should be asking isn't whether or not the world is becoming more or less religious, but what's the religion that I have and that you have? Like, what's the heaven you're chasing? What is it? What's the hell you're trying to avoid? I mean, if you had to put words to it, what would you say? And what's the savior, so to speak, you're putting your hope in? And likewise, is it all worth it? Is the ideal you're chasing really the greatest possible aim that you could be dedicating your life to? And then, and this is the kicker, is the savior you're banking on, the thing you're putting your hope in, capable of coming through for you? Like, really? Wrestling with these kinds of questions reveal just how religious we all are at our core, regardless of what the statistics say. We all worship something. What is it for you? It's these kinds of questions, I believe, that will turn an increasingly secular but still instinctively religious population back to more traditional spirituality. Why? Well, because what one eventually discovers is that left to our own religious instincts, we devote our lives to unfulfilling heavens and we place our hopes in impotent gods. We discover that beauty and acclaim or power and sex only get us so much, and that the things we place our hope in fail us far too often. And what traditional spirituality opens up to us is a world that's far more satisfying to the religious soul. Take Christianity, for example. It offers a heaven worth aiming for, a heaven filled with things like justice and mercy and absent of things like death and violence. And it proclaims a savior capable of bringing it about and of making us a part of it. Don't be fooled. Nothing has changed. Everyone is religious. Everybody worships. Everyone has faith. That's how humans work. That's who we are. The task for us is to quit denying that, to refuse to live in ignorance of that, and instead to start asking some really honest, really good questions about that. We all worship something. So what is it for you?